Hi, welcome to Forex in 4. I'm Mike Conlon for FXEDU, and in the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you the highlights of where the action is in today's Forex market. So let's get started. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, May 5th, 2010. This morning I'm talking about sell in May, go away. This is an old Wall Street adage that's been around for a while, and I can't think of a time when it's been more true than this week. We're obviously in the midst of a world crisis here with what's going on with the euro, and we're just going to have to jump right in and take a look at this. We're looking at a 4-hour chart of the euro here versus USD. As you can see, it blew through psychological support at 130. It's coming down to test 128 right now. This Greek disaster, which hasn't been resolved, is now the fears are that contagion is spreading to the other pigs nations, that maybe Spain's on deck, Portugal, you name it. Now the problem's been the way that this has been handled from the beginning, which I've never ever seen a bigger mismanagement of a crisis than what's happened in the euro zone. This whole German, we're going to bail out, we're not going to bail out. They may have caused irreparable damage to the euro, which the market may not recover from. So there's a lot of risk in the market. World stock market sold off yesterday. Futures are down this morning. Market's about to open, and we could see another pop here. Just want to show you some other currencies real quick. Aussie dollar down, again, risk fears. Other risk in the market, we've got China with the self-imposed slowing of their economy. They still don't want to move on their currency peg, but they're going to try and slow down the economy. Well, that's going to affect world demand. That's going to affect their demand for commodities, which in turn is going to affect places like Canada and Australia and New Zealand. Let's look at dollar loonie right here. You can see loonie's much lower. All right, the direct correlation from the loonie to oil is taking it down here. So basically, oil started the week, I think, at over 86. It's around 81 and change right now. So that's what's happening. The only real positive news we have is coming out of Great Britain. All right, pound is stronger. It's still not enough to budge the dollar and the yen. All right, but if overall pound versus euro, we'll just take a quick peek here. You can see that there's pound strength. This is euro weakness. All right, the elections are taking place tomorrow, and most recent polls show that the Conservatives are going to pull it out, and it looks like they may actually be able to form a coalition government. Now, this is important because the platform they ran on was that they were going to reduce the deficit in the UK more than either of the other two parties, and that's something that people really need to take a look at in world economies. That debt reduction is tantamount right now. There's a lot of sovereign debt out there. We've got these defaults and potential defaults popping up, and this is really a world crisis, not just something that's taking place in Greece. Greece is a microcosm for what's going on in Europe, but if you look at the UK, this is what they're talking about. And I really hope when we think about what's going on here in the US and all this debt they're piling on, I think if these guys don't pay attention what happens in the UK, we're going to see some changes coming up, and things could get a lot worse as far as all this spending goes. So hopefully that's going to be better in the long run, but in the short term there's going to be some pain. So just getting back to the euro, where this puppy's going to end. Let's take a quick look here on we're going to have to look at this on the yearly, I think. Let's look at this on the yearly and the daily. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to go back a little bit here. I'm seeing maybe 125 as a potential stopping point for this. Friday, Germany is going to vote whether or not they're going to go ahead and agree to this bailout deal, and this is going to be a big step, because if they don't, I think we're going to see the euro go into death spiral. It could potentially be the end of the euro. Think about that for a moment. The structural problems and the flaws with the composition of the euro could be too great to overcome, especially in this crisis. So if they do end up going ahead with the bailout of Greece, then we have to see who's next. Is it Spain? Is it Portugal? This kind of reminds me a little bit of what happened with the bank bailouts here in the U.S. I mean, the government basically allowed a couple banks to fail, Lehman Brothers, but they bailed out others, Merrill. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Eurozone does. I mean, Greece is a smaller economy than Spain. If they bail out Greece, then they have to bail out Spain. But if Portugal becomes a problem, I could see Portugal going by the wayside. So a lot happening, but there's a lot of risk in the market. Flight to safety trades are on. Japan's been still closed for the Golden Week holidays, but they've been strengthening as well, just on the unwind of carry trades. And I think if this situation doesn't right itself, once Japanese markets open up after Golden Week, they're going to be in for a big surprise. So things could get a little bit uglier there. I mean, once selling starts, it just seems to spiral until somebody can stop it. And to be quite honest, I'm not certain what they can do in the Eurozone to save it at this point. So it's just been bad. That's all I can say. So if you're not in the currency market and you are just solely invested in stocks or commodities or ETFs or something like that, you really owe it to yourself to take a look at the currency market. All right, buying the dollar right now could be a fantastic hedge against potential losses in your other instruments and your other portfolios. Some people, I just buy stocks and I hold them and whatever. Well, that sounds great in theory, and as we saw, back in 2008, people got hurt a lot without that. So if you had a natural hedge, you could buy the dollar, you could buy yen, and that would help mitigate losses should stock markets sell off as a result of this euro situation not being resolved. So keep your eyes on what's going on in the market. I implore you to use risk management techniques if you are invested. So that's what we have today. I'm going to keep an eye on the euro, see how low it can go, and good trading to all. As always, be sure to check out the written blog at www.fxedu.com to get complete coverage of today's Forex market. If you would like to learn more about how to trade the Forex market from professionals like myself, be sure to check out our affordable Forex trading courses. And if you're already a seasoned professional or aspire to be one, ask us how we can help you achieve your Forex goals. Go to www.fxedu.com to get started today.